The job wasn't supposed to be scary. That's what they told me. It's just cleaning, my supervisor said during the interview. You go in after everything's done. Police are gone. Scene is cleared. You sanitize, remove biohazards, restore the place. He said it like it was normal. Like people do this every day. The pay was high. Too high for just cleaning. That should have been my first red flag. My first week was quiet. Apartments. Car accidents. One small house fire. Nothing I couldn't handle. Nothing that stayed with me after I left. Until the call came in. It was late. Around 11:40 p.m. We were already closing up for the night when my supervisor handed me a file. This one's urgent, he said. I looked at the address. A house on the edge of town. Old area. Quiet neighborhood. What happened? I asked. He hesitated. Just for a second. Family case, he said. That wasn't specific. How many? Another pause. All of them. Something about the way he said it made my stomach tighten. You'll be going alone, he added. That part didn't sit right with me. Why alone? He avoided eye contact. Because it's already been processed. That didn't answer the question. But I didn't push it. I needed the money. So I took the job. The house looked normal. That's what bothered me the most. 2-story. White paint. Small porch. Lights off. Nothing about it suggested what had happened inside. The street was empty. No police tape. No cars. No signs of anything wrong. Just a house. Sitting quietly in the dark. I parked outside and grabbed my equipment. Suit. Gloves. Cleaning kit. As I walked up to the front door, I felt it. That feeling. Like someone was watching me. I turned around. Nothing. Empty street. I shook it off. Just nerves. The front door was unlocked. That was the second red flag. I pushed it open slowly. The smell hit me immediately. Not fresh. Not strong. Old. Like something that had already been cleaned. But never fully gone. I stepped inside. The house was dark. Silent. Too silent. I flipped the light switch. Nothing. Power was out. Great. I turned on my flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness. The living room looked normal at first. Furniture in place. Nothing overturned. No obvious damage. But then I saw the floor. Stains. Not fresh. But not completely gone either. Like someone had tried to clean them. And failed. I swallowed hard. Okay, just do the job. I set my kit down and started preparing. Then I heard it. A sound from upstairs. A soft thump. I froze. Hello? No response. I waited. Listening. Silence. I exhaled slowly. Old house. Pipes. Wood settling. That's what I told myself. Then it happened again. This time clearer. Footsteps. Slow. Dragging. From upstairs. My grip tightened on the flashlight. There's no one here. I said it out loud. Like saying it would make it true. The footsteps stopped. Right above me. Then. A creak. Like someone shifting their weight. Standing still. Listening. My heart started racing. Nope. I grabbed my radio. Control, this is Unit 3. I think someone's still inside the property. Static. No response. I tried again. Nothing. The radio was dead. Of course it was. I looked toward the stairs. Dark. Silent. But I could feel it. Someone was up there. Watching. Waiting. Then. A voice. Soft. Barely audible. From upstairs. You're late. My blood ran cold. I stood there for a few seconds, staring at the staircase. The voice had been real. Not imagination. Not pipes. Not the house settling. It said the same thing I heard earlier. You're late. My grip tightened around the flashlight. Police cleared this place, I muttered to myself. No one's here. But deep down, I knew that wasn't true. Slowly, I stepped toward the stairs. Each step creaked under my weight, louder than it should have. The house was too quiet. No outside noise. No wind. No distant cars. Just me, and whatever was upstairs. Halfway up, I stopped. Another sound. This time closer. A soft dragging noise across the floor. Like something moving slowly, just out of sight. I forced myself to keep going. At the top of the stairs, the hallway stretched out in front of me. 3 doors. All closed. My flashlight beam moved from one to the other. Left. Right. Center. All normal. Too normal. Then I noticed something. The door on the far right was slightly open. Just a crack. Darkness inside. I stepped closer. Hello? No response. I pushed the door open slowly. The room inside looked like a bedroom. Bed. Closet. Small desk. Everything in place. No signs of struggle. No blood. Nothing. This doesn't match the report, I whispered. The file said the incident happened upstairs. Multiple victims. Violent scene. But this room was untouched. I stepped back into the hallway. My chest felt tight. Okay, wrong room. I moved to the next door. This one was closed. I reached for the handle. Then stopped. I heard something behind me. I turned quickly. The first door, the one I had just checked, was now closed. Completely closed. I froze. I didn't. My words caught in my throat. I was sure I left it open. I walked back slowly. Reached for the handle. Opened it again. Same room. Same furniture. Same stillness. Nothing inside. But something felt different now. The air. Heavier. Like someone was standing just behind me. I turned quickly. Empty hallway. My breathing became uneven. This isn't right. I stepped back out and closed the door again. This time, I made sure. I watched it. Waited. It stayed closed. Good. I moved to the middle door. Opened it. This room was different. The smell hit immediately. Stronger than downstairs. The flashlight beam revealed stains. Dark. Spread across the floor. Up the walls. This was it. This was the room from the report. I swallowed hard and stepped inside. My boot stuck slightly to the floor. Not fresh, but not fully cleaned either. Like something had been missed. Or left behind. I crouched slightly, inspecting the stains. Something felt off. The pattern. The placement. It didn't look random. It looked intentional. Like it formed something. Shapes. Lines. My chest tightened. No, that's not possible. Then I heard it again. Right behind me. You're late. I spun around fast. The doorway was empty. But the hallway light flickered. And for a split second, I saw something standing there. Tall. Still. Watching me. Then it was gone. My heart started pounding. I backed away slowly. Then something moved in the corner of my eye. Inside the room. I turned my flashlight toward the wall. And froze. There was writing. On the wall. Dark. Scratched in. Not paint. Not marker. Something else. Words. Repeated. Over and over. Still here. Still here. Still here. My throat went dry. They didn't clean this. Then I noticed something worse. Some of the writing looked fresh. Like it had been added after the police left. A sudden loud bang came from the hallway. I jumped. The door slammed shut behind me. The room went dark. My flashlight flickered. Then stabilized. I rushed to the door and grabbed the handle. It wouldn't move. No, no, no. I pulled harder. Locked. From the outside. My breathing became heavy. Fast. Then slowly. I heard something else. Not outside the room. Inside it. A soft movement. Behind me. I turned slowly. The wall. The writing. It had changed. One of the lines was different now. No longer repeated. Just one sentence. Fresh. Clear. You came back. I stepped back slowly, staring at the wall. You came back. The words looked fresh. Wet. Like they had just been written. My chest tightened. I didn't come back, I whispered. This is my first time here. The flashlight in my hand flickered once. Then again. Then steadied. But something had changed. The room felt smaller now. The air heavier. Like something else was inside with me. Watching. Waiting. I turned toward the door and pulled again. Harder this time. It didn't move. Still locked. Still sealed. Open. I shouted, slamming my hand against it. The sound echoed through the room. But didn't travel beyond it. Like the house was swallowing the noise. Then. A sound behind me. Soft. Dragging. Slow. My body went still. I didn't want to turn around. I already knew something was there. But I did anyway. Slowly. Carefully. The flashlight beam moved across the room. And stopped. At the corner. Where the wall met the floor. Something was there. A shape. Curled. Barely visible. At first. I thought it was a pile of debris. Or cloth. But then it moved. My breath caught. It wasn't an object. It was a person. Or what used to be one. Their body was twisted. Limbs bent at wrong angles. Head lowered. Hair covering their face. Completely still. I couldn't move. Hey, I said, my voice shaking. Are you alive? Silence. Then slowly. Their head lifted. Too slowly. Too stiff. Like the joints didn't work right anymore. The hair shifted just enough for me to see their face. And my stomach dropped. Their eyes were open. Wide. Unblinking. But empty. like nothing was behind them anymore. Then their mouth moved, cracking slightly as it opened. "You shouldn't be here." The voice was dry, broken, like it hadn't been used in a long time. I took a step back. "You're alive," I said quickly. Okay, I can get you out. Just..." "No." The word came out sharper this time. Stronger. They slowly began to stand, bones shifting in ways that made a quiet snapping sound. I felt my stomach turn. "You can't leave," they said. My chest tightened. "Yes, I can." They shook their heads slowly. "No one leaves." The lights flickered again. The walls shifted. Not physically, but something about them felt different. Closer. Like the room was shrinking. "You need to open the door," I said, trying to stay calm. "It's locked from the outside." They stared at me for a long moment, then said something that made my blood run cold. "It's not locked." I turned quickly, grabbed the handle, pulled. The door opened instantly. My heart skipped. What? I stepped into the hallway, breathing fast now. Confused. Disoriented. "It was locked," I whispered. Behind me, the person stepped out of the room. Their movements were still wrong. Delayed. Like they were learning how to walk again. I backed away. "You said you couldn't leave." They looked at me, then smiled. A slow, unnatural smile. I didn't. The hallway lights flickered violently. For a split second, everything went dark. When the lights came back, they were gone. Completely gone. My chest tightened. No. I turned in a full circle. Empty hallway. 3 doors. All closed. Like nothing had happened. Like no one had been there. Then I heard it. A whisper. Right next to my ear. "Still here." I spun around. Nothing. But now the hallway felt different. Longer. The wall stretched further than before. The stairs at the end were gone. My heart started pounding again. That's not possible. I walked forward slowly, step by step, trying to find the stairs, trying to find any way out. But the hallway kept going. Doors on both sides now. More than before. Way more. And each one had something written on it. Names. Dozens of them. Scratched into the wood. My breathing became uneven. "These are victims." Then I saw something that made me stop completely. One of the doors had my name on it. Fresh. Carved deep into the surface. I stepped closer. No, that's not. The handle moved. On its own. Slowly turning. My heart felt like it was going to stop. And from the other side, I heard something breathing. I stared at the door. My name carved into it. Deep. Fresh. Like it had just been done minutes ago. The handle kept moving slowly. Turning, stopping, turning again. Something was on the other side. Breathing. Slow. Uneven. My chest tightened. "Don't open it," I whispered to myself. But I didn't move away either. I couldn't. It felt like the house was pulling me closer. The handle stopped. Silence. Then, a soft knock. 3 times. My heart skipped. No. Another knock. This time louder. Then a voice. From inside. "Help me." My throat went dry. That voice. It sounded like mine. Exactly like mine. I'm not opening this, I said, forcing the words out. Please? The voice cracked. Desperate. Like it was in pain. I'm stuck. I stepped back. No. This isn't real. The hallway lights flickered. The walls shifted slightly. The doors around me changed. Some of the names disappeared. New ones appeared. Scratched in over the old ones. Like the house was rewriting itself. Then the door in front of me opened. On its own. Just a few inches. Darkness inside. But not empty. I could feel something there. Watching. Waiting. I took another step back. I didn't open that. You always do. The voice came from inside. Calm now. Too calm. The door opened wider. And I saw inside. Not a normal room. Another hallway. Just like before. Long, endless. But this one was different. The walls were covered in marks. Scratches. Handprints. Dark stains running down the sides. And along the floor. Drag marks. Like something had been pulled through it. Over and over again. My breathing became uneven. This place. Then I saw it. Halfway down that impossible hallway. A figure. Standing still. Facing me. Same height. Same shape. Same posture. Me. My stomach dropped. No. It didn't move. Just stood there. Watching. Then slowly. It raised its head. And smiled. Wrong. Too wide. Too slow. You made it further than the others. My chest tightened. What are you? It took a step forward. The sound echoed unnaturally through the hallway. I'm what stays when you leave. I shook my head. I'm not staying here. Another step. Closer now. You already are. The lights behind me flickered violently. I turned quickly. The hallway I came from was gone. Replaced by more doors. More names. More darkness. My heart started racing. No, no, no. I turned back. The thing that looked like me was closer now. Much closer. It shouldn't have moved that fast. You took the job, it said. You entered the house. Another step. You heard the voices. Closer. You answered. I backed away instinctively. You listened. The words echoed in my head. Every step I took. Every choice. Leading me here. To clean, it said quietly. Or to replace. My chest tightened. What does that mean? It stopped right at the doorway. Looking directly at me. You think you're removing what's left. A pause. Then. But you're making space. Cold fear spread through my body. For what? It tilted its head slightly. For us. The lights went out. Complete darkness. I felt something rush past me. Cold air. Fast movement. Then. A door slammed somewhere behind me. The lights came back. The door in front of me. Closed. Completely shut. My name still carved into it. But now. There was something new underneath. Another line. Fresh. Deep. Inside. I stood there, staring at the word carved under my name. Inside. My chest felt tight. Like the air itself was pressing against me. "This isn't real," I whispered. "This isn't real." But the house didn't care what I believed. The hallway stretched further than before. More doors. More names. Some scratched out. Some barely visible. Some fresh. Too fresh. I forced myself to move. Slow steps forward. One at a time. Trying not to look at the names. Trying not to read them. But I couldn't help it. Every door felt like it was calling me. Pulling my attention. Then I saw one that made me stop. The name wasn't scratched. It wasn't carved. It was written. In marker. Clear. Messy. Like someone had written it in a hurry. And below it, there was something else. A small recorder. Resting on the floor. My heart skipped. I crouched slowly and picked it up. Old device. Still warm. Like it had been used recently. I pressed play. Static. Then a voice. "Okay, okay, if anyone finds this, don't trust the rooms." The voice was shaky. Panicked. Male. "I don't know how long I've been here, the house keeps changing." My grip tightened. They told me it was just cleanup, but it's not. A loud bang echoed through the recording. The voice flinched. "They're still here. I've seen them, they move when you're not looking." My breathing slowed. Focused. "They copy you, they learn you, and when they're done." The audio cut for a second. Static filled the speaker. Then came back. Lower now. Whispering. "They take your place." My chest tightened. "That's not." Another voice interrupted. On the recording. Not the same one. Calm. Familiar. "You're late." My blood ran cold. The recorder slipped slightly in my hand. "That's the same voice." The panicked voice came back. No, that's not me, that's not me." Footsteps echoed in the background. Loud. Fast. Running. "He's following me, it's following me." A door slammed. Heavy breathing. Then. Silence. For a few seconds. Then the last words. "If you hear yourself, don't answer." The recording ended. The hallway went quiet again. Too quiet. I stared at the recorder. My mind racing. They copy you. They take your place. Then slowly, I realized something. The voice on the recording. It sounded familiar. Too familiar. I played it again. Focused. Listening carefully. And my stomach dropped. It wasn't just familiar. It was mine. My hand started shaking. No, that's not possible. I had never been here before. I had never recorded this. But it was my voice. Every word. Every breath. Exactly the same. Then. A sound behind me. I froze. Slowly turned. The hallway was empty. But something felt wrong. Different. Like something had moved. Then I noticed it. One of the doors was open. It hadn't been open before. My chest tightened. Don't trust the rooms. The words echoed in my head. I stepped back. Slowly. But something inside that room moved. A shadow. Quick. Then still. My grip tightened on the recorder. I'm not going in there. Silence. Then. A voice. From inside the room. Soft. Calm. Perfectly clear. That's not what you said last time. My heart stopped. That's not. The voice continued. Now closer. You came in, you always come in. The door creaked wider. Darkness spilling out. Then I saw it. A figure. Standing just inside. Still. Watching me. Same height. Same shape. Same posture. Me. Again. But this time. It stepped forward faster. Too fast. And before I could react, it spoke. Using my voice. At the exact same time I did. What do you want? The words overlapped perfectly. My voice. Its voice. One sound. My chest tightened. That's not me. It smiled. Slow. Wrong. Then said something that made everything worse. There's more of us now. The lights flickered violently. Doors around me started opening. One by one. Creaking. Echoing. And from inside each one, I heard it. My voice. Over and over. You're late. You're late. You're late. The voices didn't stop. You're late. You're late. You're late. They echoed from every open door. From every corner of the hallway. Led over each other. All using my voice. My exact tone. My exact breathing. My chest felt tight. Like the house was closing in. I covered my ears. Stop, just stop. But it didn't help. The voices weren't just outside. They were inside my head now. Repeating. Looping. Pulling me deeper. Then suddenly. Silence. Complete silence. Every door stopped moving. Every voice cut off at once. The hallway froze. My breathing was the only sound left. Slow. Uneven. I lowered my hands. What just happened? Then I heard it. One voice. Not mine. Different. Deeper. Older. From the far end of the hallway. You stayed longer than the others. I looked up slowly. At the end of the corridor. Where there had been nothing before. There was now a door. Larger than the others. Darker. No number. No name. Just a deep, heavy presence. The door creaked open by itself. Slowly. Deliberately. Cold air poured out from inside. My body moved before I could think. Step by step. Toward it. Like something was pulling me forward. This is a bad idea, I whispered. But I didn't stop. I couldn't stop. When I reached the doorway, I hesitated. Just for a second. Then I looked inside. It wasn't a room. It was a living room. The same house. But different. Older. Darker. The furniture was damaged. Walls stained. The air thick with something heavy. Something wrong. And in the center of the room, someone was sitting. In a chair. Facing away from me. Still. Waiting. My throat went dry. Hello? The figure didn't move at first. Then slowly. It stood up. The movement was smooth. Natural. Not like the others. It turned around. And my heart stopped. It was me. But not like the others. Not broken. Not distorted. This one looked complete. Alive. Real. Its eyes locked onto mine. Calm. Aware. You finally made it, it said. Its voice was mine. But clearer. Stronger. What are you? I asked. It smiled slightly. Not what? When? My chest tightened. That doesn't make sense. It will. It stepped closer. No delay in movement. No distortion. Perfect control. I was the first one to stay, it said. A cold chill ran through me. What? This house doesn't create anything, it continued. It keeps. My breathing slowed. Focused. Everyone who enters leaves something behind. The words echoed in my head. Leave something behind. The crime scene, I said slowly. The family. It nodded. They didn't die the way you think. My stomach turned. Then what happened? They were replaced. Silence. Heavy. Unavoidable. The house needed space, it said calmly. So it made space. I shook my head. No, that's not possible. It is now. It stepped closer again. You're not here to clean anything. A pause. Then. You're here to continue it. My chest tightened. Continue what? It looked directly into my eyes. The house. The lights flickered. The walls around us shifted slightly. Like they were breathing. Growing. Expanding. You notice the doors, it said. The names. The rooms that shouldn't exist. I nodded slowly. That's not the house changing. A pause. Then the truth. That's you making room. My heart skipped. No. Every step you took. Another step closer. Every door you opened. Closer. Every voice you answered. Right in front of me now. You helped it grow. The realization hit me all at once. The stains. The writing. The voices. The rooms. I wasn't cleaning anything. I was adding to it. My hand started shaking. I didn't know. It doesn't matter. The calm version of me tilted its head slightly. You're here now. The room around us began to fade. The hallway returning. The doors. The voices. All coming back. Louder. Stronger. You have one choice left, it said. My chest tightened. What choice? It smiled. Slow. Controlled. Leave. A pause. Then. Or stay. The lights went out. The lights came back slowly. Flickering. Unstable. The hallway was back. Doors on both sides. All of them open now. And from each one, I could see movement. Shadows shifting. Figures standing just out of view. Watching me. Waiting. My chest felt tight. The words echoed in my head. Leave or stay. I turned around. Behind me. The front door. At the end of the hallway. Far. Too far. It hadn't been that far before. But now it felt like the length of the entire house had stretched. Like it didn't want me to reach it. I took a step forward. Then another. The floor creaked under me. Every step louder than the last. Behind me. Footsteps. Not one. Many. Slow. Following. I didn't turn around. I didn't need to. I knew what was behind me. Versions. Copies. Things that looked like me. Sounded like me. Learning me. Don't run. The calm voice said from somewhere behind. You'll just make it worse. I ignored it. I started walking faster. The front door didn't get closer. Not really. The hallway stretched with every step. My breathing became uneven. This place won't let me leave. The footsteps behind me got closer. Faster now. Matching my pace. Then, a hand grabbed my shoulder. Cold. Strong. I spun around. And saw it. Dozens of them. All me. Standing in the hallway. Some broken. Some twisted. Some almost normal. But all wrong. All smiling. You stayed, one of them said. No, I said quickly. I'm leaving. They all shook their heads. In perfect sync. You opened the door. Another voice. You answered. Another. You listened. All of them stepped closer. Slow. Controlled. You made space. My chest tightened. I didn't mean to. It doesn't matter. The calm version stepped forward from behind them. The first one. The complete one. You're part of it now. I shook my head. No. I turned and ran. As fast as I could. Toward the front door. This time. It got closer. Fast. Too fast. Like the house was pushing me toward it now. The footsteps behind me didn't follow. They stopped. Completely. I didn't look back. I reached the door. Grabbed the handle. Pulled. And it opened. Cold night air rushed in. I didn't hesitate. I ran outside. Down the porch steps. Across the yard. I didn't stop. Didn't look back. Not once. I made it to my truck. Hand shaking as I unlocked it. Started the engine. And drove. Fast. Faster than I should have. The house disappeared behind me. Dark. Silent. Like nothing had ever happened. I quit the job the next morning. Didn't answer calls. Didn't go back. Didn't tell anyone what I saw. No one would believe me anyway. But something didn't feel right. Not after that night. Not after leaving. At first. It was small things. Mirrors. Reflections that didn't match perfectly. Movement slightly delayed. Expressions that didn't feel like mine. Then, it got worse. I started hearing it again. Late at night. When everything was quiet. A soft voice. From somewhere behind me. You're late. I stopped sleeping. Started checking doors. Windows. Everything. Then one night. I came home. Opened my bedroom door. And froze. The room was already occupied. Someone was inside. Standing near the window. Back turned to me. Still. Waiting. My chest tightened. No. Slowly. It turned around. It was me. Perfect. Calm. Complete. You made it out, it said. My voice. Clear. Controlled. I stepped back. No. I left that place. It smiled. Slightly. You don't leave. A pause. You bring it with you. My heart started racing. What are you? It stepped closer. I'm what stayed. The lights flickered once. And for a split second. I wasn't standing in my room anymore. I was back in the house. Hallway. Doors. Names. Endless. Then it was gone. Back in my room. But the thing in front of me was still there. And behind it, I could see something else. Just for a moment. Another door. Forming. Slowly. On my wall. With a name being carved into it. My name. Again. And from the other side. I heard it. A soft knock. 3 times. You're late. Because that house was never empty. And now, neither am I.